So this video has been a long time coming. However, I need to make it because it's very important to me. I was holding off making this because I didn't want to do it while I was ill because I wanted to give it the effort that it needed. Kamaru Usman had an absolute meltdown over Dricus Du Plessis' win over Israel Adesanya, and it was loaded with so much hypocrisy. I need to make this video today, and I'm going to listen to what Usman has to say, and I'm going to play some clips, okay? He had a delusional meltdown about something completely irrelevant to Dricus Du Plessis' win over Israel Adesanya at UFC 305, and he don't get to just get away with this. This was pathetic from him, and today we're going to be breaking it down. I know you guys have been waiting for this one. Let's get into it. So Usman gives his reaction to DDP's win. Henry Cejudo provokes him by saying that now he has to call Dricus Du Plessis the King of Africa because that's what Usman and Adesanya put on the line in the build-up of this fight. Okay? Let's let it play.
Not only are you going to have to call him the middleweight champion of the world, but you're going to have to call him the King of Africa now.
What a trolly laugh from Henry Cejudo. It really must get under your skin. I completely understand. Maybe this was the reason for the meltdown that Usman had. But Usman is very unhappy with this. This was what Israel Adesanya put on the line. Okay, and Cejudo's going to explain that. This is when Israel Adesanya was like, I'm going to beat you and then show you where you're from. I don't need a 23andMe to do this. I'm going to show you where you're from. And all of this and all of that. And they were building it up. And Usman even said in the build-up that just because your family went there and you were born and raised there, that doesn't make you African. He denied DDP's Africanness in the build-up. And now he don't like the spoils of war here, okay? Since DDP choked out Adesanya in round number 4. So we're going to let it play, and we're going to see what Usman has to say here. And I'm going to play a few clips alongside what Usman says.
Come on, man.
No,
am I hitting?
Why?
Am I hitting the?
Why would you? Okay, but explain. Why would you say that?
Because that was the whole debate, Kamaru. That
What
was the whole debate of him. Well, that was the whole thing on who is, the real African, I guess, quote unquote. And I don't think it has to do anything with race, really. Like, because I also understood where Dricus was coming from. It's like, hey, I'm born here, I'm raised here. Yeah, it's like I'm another breed. And I think he was saying that quote unquote, I'm the true African champion.
He never said that. Never said a true African champion, but he took a dig at Adesanya. He said real. I get it. He didn't mean it the way that Adesanya and Usman took it to. But the look of confusion on Usman's face here, as if that wasn't what Usman and Adesanya made it to be. Okay? I want to remind you, this is what Usman said about DDP.
And so just because you went over to South Africa and you're raised there, that doesn't make you African. So, I would...
That's Usman right there in the build-up. That was the narrative they were pushing. You're not real African, okay? You're not because of the color of your skin. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. And then you even look up, what Adesanya was screaming at Dricus in the cage.
If I do a 26andMe, those who are from Nigeria, do a 26andMe DNA test. It'll tell you where you're from. I will show you where you're from.
That was what Adesanya put on the line for this matchup. Do a DNA test on you. I'll show you where you're from. Insinuated. And look at Dricus' face in the corner here. I'm going to move my face out of the way. Absolute confusion from Dricus when hit with that line by Adesanya. Dricus was priding himself on being the guy that was born and raised and trained out of Africa to become the world champion out of Africa. And these guys took it to a whole new level. And now we see Usman playing confused. And I just want to play those clips to start. But we're going to get back to what Usman has to say here.
What I'm saying, I think that was like the biggest... Anyways, this is the whole marketing thing. But overall...
I want to just kind of...
I don't want to hit any strings here.
You did. Because I saw the debate to where it got to, for me, it was a little untasteful. Well, not a little, very untasteful, because this is how the division continues to how the division is continuously perpetuated is, how can you, was Israel born in Africa? Yes.
And he talks about this division and he goes, was Israel born in Africa? Yes. So it's like Dricus created this division. I'm just going to like play some things, I guess.
Who the fuck is this cracker to tell me who the fuck I am? Who the fuck Kamaru is? Who the
I'm just going to like, you know, we talk about the division and it got a little bit distasteful here, guys.
Who the fuck is this cracker to tell me who the fuck I am? Who the fuck Kamaru is? Who the fuck Ngannou is? Like,
it's just, they took it to a whole nother level. And now Usman is not okay with the spoils of war here, is what I'm seeing. We're seeing some, dare I say, fragility, is what I want. It's like, it was such a weird, and Usman goes on and he keeps talking and he brings up American racism of like, will you be pulled over more likely if you're a black guy in America? Yes. And he starts doing that and he tries dragging Cejudo into it with him.
Was he raised in Africa? Yes. Until his family moving him out to look for an opportunity. Now, we can try to not say race all we want to and not say race all we want to, but if there's anything that we know, especially being in America right now, Henry, you and I, if there's one thing that we do know is that the color of your skin does play a part.
It had nothing to do with the fight. Look at Cejudo's face. Like, damn, this guy, stupid. That's what Cejudo's thing. Look at Cejudo's face right now. Oh, this guy's dumb as fuck. That has nothing to do with the fight, Usman. Especially in America, where we are right now. You're telling me that race don't play a part and all this. And he goes on to speak about how likely you are to be pulled over by a policeman. And and as much as we can try not to make it about race, and they entirely did. They made it about that. You know what I mean? DDP won. Adesanya lost. Capiche? Dude? There's no need to go into this big discussion about the history of America and how likely
especially
you are.
Being in America right now, Henry, you and I, if there's one thing that we do know is that the color of your skin does play a part. Yes or no? It does.
Why is this even being brought up by Usman right now?
But when we talk about America, though, Kamaru, America's the world, bro. You have Chinese Americans, Mexican Americans.
But Henry, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
I'm gonna have to.
But is there a difference?
Have to disagree with you.
Okay, so you're disagreeing that the way that the color of your skin does not play an impact in the quality of life.
Not in America, man. I don't think so. I think that's all subjective. I think that's. I mean, look at a guy like LeBron James.
Hold on, what's the dumbest answer Cejudo could have given to that, by the way? But this shouldn't even need to be brought in. This shouldn't even need to. Why is Usman making? Why is Usman doing this? Why? Why would he do this? You've got a chance to talk about Adesanya versus Du Plessis at UFC 305 and the result, and he goes, let's talk about race in America, Cejudo. And he tries dragging Cejudo into it. Cejudo's answer is going to be wishy-washy. He's going to be, because he's now on the hot seat. That's what Usman has now done to him on this podcast. And he's made it so that Cejudo now has to submit to Usman socially in order for Cejudo not to get roasted potentially online by a fan base. Like, Cejudo should not even have to answer this question. How is this even a thing? Adesanya painted a narrative. He screamed at Dricus in the cage.
Do a 26andMe. Those have from Nigeria. Do a 26andMe DNA test. It'll tell you where you're from. I will show you where you're from.
Dricus,
that was it. That's what was on the line. You know what I mean? He made that. I'm going to show you where you're from by beating you. And show you basically that you're not a real African. And then you look at Usman again.
And so
we'll play it again.
You went over to South Africa and you're raised there, that doesn't make you African. So, I would say to him.
So it's just like, it's a really weird thing that they set it up And then now that DDP beat Adesanya's ass and finished him, now it's like, whoa, let's talk about America here, guys. And then Usman even goes on here.
Okay,
watch
so
this.
you're telling me if you get pulled over or one of our producers gets pulled, you have to answer that because we already opened the can of worms. You're trying to say that if we got pulled over, you got pulled over.
No, you have to answer it. Like,
or I got pulled over, we will be treated the exact same way.
What is Usman talking about? The look on his face of absent, there's nothing behind this man's eyes. There is no way you can convince me there's a working brain behind this guy's eyes right now, behind this big fat dome that he has. What is he talking about? Henry Cejudo was like, I guess he's the king of Africa now because it's a joke. That's what Usman and Adesanya made this out to be. That's what they dragged this to. That's what they exaggerated it to. And I've got a lot more to talk about. He goes on for another, 6 minutes past this point? You're in for a treat in today's video, guys. He's bringing up how likely you are to be pulled over and the treatment you would get in America, depending on your skin color. Over what? Why are you fucking bringing it up? This is DDP's win. Talk about DDP's win. And he's having like hang on a second. We got to talk about race in America here, guys. Why? Why do we have to do that, Usman? DDP never made it about race. You and Adesanya did. You know what I'm saying? You and Adesanya did.
Tell me who the fuck I am, who the fuck Kamaru is, who the fuck Ngannou is. I'm like, are you dumb? As a product of colonization, you're trying to tell me who the fuck I am.
Like, it's just, they took it all the way to 100 because they thought they were going to win. And if they did win, they would have gone hard on DDP saying, well, I guess I showed you where you're really from. There would not be no handshakes. There was only handshakes and all kumbaya, kuna matata, Africa wins because DDP won and he's a stoic, good man and a Chad. Why is Usman making it about this as if like DDP took it to that level? Adesanya twisted this to 100 out of nothing because he wanted this. That's what it was. DDP's like, I'm the guy training out of Africa, born in Africa, raised, training here. I'm going to be the African champ out of here. Same thing Leon Edwards did to Bisping. Same thing Moreno did to Cain Velasquez as well. They did the same thing. You guys made it about race. And you lost. And now it's like, whoa, it got a little bit heated in the build-up. And it's like, yeah, condemn Adesanya then. How about that? Condemn Adesanya. He called Dricus a pink pig. I don't know if you guys even... A lot of people missed this in the press conference because he was like between tears. But listen to what Adesanya did.
Slay you, porky pig. Shut up, pink fit. You can't change the...
It's a very niche American slur, but it's a slur for white people. And a lot of people don't even know it. They don't even know. Adesanya's very up to date with American racial slurs. No idea why. No idea why he's so up to date with that as a someone, he's very up to date with the American lingo. You know what I mean? But it's just like Adesanya took it to this level. You guys made it this. You twisted it to this. And now we got to sit here and listen to Usman talking about who's more likely to be pulled over in America, a black guy or a white guy. Why? Why do we have to listen to it? Why are you having this meltdown, Usman? Why are you doing this? DDP's big win. You're on a podcast with Henry Cejudo talking about it. Time to give your reaction. Let me tell you who gets pulled over. Okay, what? How does your skin color affect how you are in America? And I'm not saying it don't. What I'm saying is, why the fuck are you bringing it up, man? DDP, Adesanya, Africa. You denied he was African. You did. Dricus Du Plessis said he's going to outdo the African champs. That's what his whole take was. I'm going to outdo them because I'm doing it from here. Many fighters have done it before. Edwards to Bisping. No one. If Bisping would have turned around and said, I'm going to show you where you're from. Imagine if Bisping did that. Let's see your 23 and me, and it will show you where you're from. Bisping would be out of a job real quick, okay? But they turned it up to fucking 99 here.
I
And Cejudo's now faced with this question of like, so you're telling me there would be no difference in you being pulled over? And Cejudo's now he's been put in the hot seat. He's being sacrificed because of Usman's ego. That's what's happening here. Usman is having a meltdown and he's dragging Cejudo into the flames. Cejudo should not even have to answer these questions right now. He brings up, I guess he's the king of Africa now because...
Those have from Nigeria. Do a 26andMe DNA test. It'll tell you where you're from. I will show you where you're from. Yes, it'll tell you if I do.
Because that's why Cejudo brought it up. That was the narrative.
Just because you went over to South Africa and you're raised there, that doesn't make you African.
Because that's why Cejudo brought it up. Because of that. But now he's got to be dragged into a hot seat. And look at Cejudo's poor face. Just the absolute fear of, oh God, no. Don't do this to me, Usman. Don't drag me into this for no reason when this doesn't even need to be brought up.
I can't answer
right
that
now.
because I'm not black.
I'll answer it for you. I'll answer it for you. Absolutely not. We will not be.
We will not be treated the same in a traffic stop. All right. So DDP beat Adesanya at UFC 305 in Australia. Cool. Wouldn't be treated the same in a traffic stop. 2.5 minutes of that. Why? What we doing? What's going on? Are you okay, bud? What we doing here? You're having a meltdown. And he invites DDP on the show. DDP, don't fucking go on this guy's show, dude. Do not go on this guy. You don't know this
Let me
guy's
just
shit.
answer that for you. We will not be. And so tying that back into this is wanting to clear. I understand it was a whole marketing thing for Dricus Du Plessis, which he might have not necessarily meant it the.
It was a whole marketing thing for DDP. No! He did a little dig. I'm the guy training out of here. I'm the guy born and raised here. Whole life. Generations back. Simple shit. Just to outdo Adesanya, the champion of his division. And then Adesanya turned it to fucking 9 million and took it to this whole other level.
The fuck is this cracker to tell me who the fuck I am, who the fuck Kamaru is, who the fuck Ngannou?
I did not hear no slurs out of Dricus in the entire build-up. I didn't hear a single mention of race. I didn't hear none of it. And these guys were bringing it up left, right, and center. There's more than this in the build-up. I made a whole bunch of slew of videos on them. It's just mad to me how Usman's playing like, and DDP made this narrative, and now this is the narrative. Like, no. If you would have won, there would be none of this meltdown. There would be none of this meltdown. If Adesanya would have won it and you would have got your little win with Adesanya, you and the boys, you know what I mean? The 3 kings, 2 kings, and Ngannou don't give a fuck. You want to know why? And Ngannou heard what Dricus said was like, fair play. And Ngannou don't give a fuck at all because he's real. You know what I'm saying?
The way that Israel might have taken it all the way. But I understand it was a whole marketing thing for Dricus Du Plessis, which he might have not necessarily meant it the way that Israel might have taken it all the way.
The fuck is this cracker to tell me who the fuck is this cracker to tell me who the fuck is this cracker to tell me who the fuck is this cracker to tell me the fuck is this cracker to tell.
You know, Israel, took it all the way here. Yeah, he kind of did, Usman. He kind of did take it all the way, bud.
You have to be careful because it's dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. You have to be careful with what you say because now we're in a position to influence the masses.
But you have to be careful what you say, DDP, because we can take this to a whole other level. What?
You have to be careful because Israel might have Dricus Du Plessis, which he might have not necessarily meant it the way that Israel might have taken it all the way, but you have to be careful because it's dangerous. It's
Because we can twist it. You have to be careful, Dricus. Because if you give us a breadcrumb, we can make this a huge... Am I hearing this right? What is going on in this guy's head? What is going on behind those eyes? Not a lot, by the sounds of things. You have to be careful, Dricus, because if we hear even an inkling of something, we can make it into this whole big thing real quick. That's what I'm hearing from the insanity. I can't believe the breakdown. Why? You set the stakes. You lost the stakes. We're walking shit back, yeah? What's going on now? We're walking... We're now playing... I don't understand. I'm very confused. Someone could explain to me Usman's mentality here and to why he made this all about this. I have no idea. Dricus has never made it about this. Never did it once. And here we have a meltdown from Usman. Confusion does not cover how confused I am at the logic of Usman. It's an interesting one.
Very, very dangerous. You have to be careful with what you say because now we're in a position to influence the masses in the world. So with power, I say it all the time, with great power comes great responsibility. When you have that platform and you have that mic in your hand, you have to be careful what you say.
The fuck is this cracker the fuck is this cracker to tell me who the fuck is this cracker to tell me the fuck is this cracker to tell me who the fuck is this cracker to tell me who the fuck is this cracker to tell the fuck is this cracker to the fuck is this cracker to tell me.
You do. How about you condemn Adesanya for it, bitch? I went there. How about you condemn your boy Adesanya, bitch? He's calling him slurs at the press conference. Calling him slurs in the build-up. Let me just, hang on, let me just play this a few more times. I'm going to have some fun, okay? I'm going to have some fun with this little
when
clip
you have
here.
that platform and you have that mic in your hand, you have to be careful what you say.
And so just because you went over to South Africa and you're raised there, that doesn't make you African.
Yeah, just one more time.
When you have that platform and you have that mic in your hand, you have to be careful what you say.
Do a 26andMe. Those who are from Nigeria, do a 26andMe DNA test. It'll tell you where you're from. I will show you where you're from.
Not to mention what he was saying before this. I want a chance at monetization here. So I'm not going to play what you say before this. He's allowed to say the word. Why was he saying it is a different question. But yes, Usman, you do have a responsibility when the microphone is put in front of your face. You're right, Usman. How about you get after Adesanya for that bullshit, dude?
Platform and you have that mic in your hand, you have to be careful what you say.
The fuck is this cracker to tell?
Oh god. And even this like reporter here, I wanted to play this bit as well. There was a Nigerian guy. I don't even know it wasn't Nigeria. It was a black American guy on asking Israel Adesanya a question at a press conference. Listen to the way he fucking words this.
This is a question for Izzy. Culturally, you know, this has been made about culture. We didn't really want to make it about culture, but, you know, someone made it about culture.
Amen.
We didn't really want to make it about culture, but, you know, someone made it about culture.
The fuck is this cracker to tell me who the fuck I am, who the fuck Kamaru is, who the fuck Ngannou is? I'm like, are you dumb? As a product of colonization, you're trying to tell me who the fuck I am. You can take the boy out of Africa, but you can never take that.
We didn't want to make it about culture here, guys. This is where the cultural thing, guys. The shit it was, dude, if Dricus lost, he would be getting... There would be no kumbaya. That's all I'm saying. There would be no, yeah, let's shake hands. Adesanya would still be doing Wakanda signs in the cage. Okay, that was the celebration. He had it planned. I know he said he was going to drag Dricus' carcass across South Africa and prove who he really is. And I'll show you where you're really from. Like, it's the fragility to me. It's the fragility for me, is what I'm sensing here. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. Let me
It's just like people treating you different, saying, "Oh, you're not real Mexican because you're an American." That's not true. You understand that you respect your heritage, Henry, and so we
Yeah, of
have to pay.
course.
We have to pay homage to that. So to say, "Oh, I'm the real African," that's
No.
that's completely crazy. And
Well, that's crazy. To say he's the real African, that shit's crazy. Absolutely. How the fucking dare DDP say that shit, guys? How fucking dare DDP say that shit?
The fuck is this cracker to tell me who the fuck is this cracker to...
How dare DDP say that shit, guys? To say the real African. How fucking dare he say that shit?
Just because you went over to South Africa and you're raised there, that doesn't make you African. So, I would say, and so.
But how fucking dare Dricus, huh? How fucking dare Dricus say something so pathetic?
Do a 26andMe DNA test. It'll tell you where you're from. I will show you where you're from.
This guy, Adesanya, is going full eugenics on Dricus Du Plessis in the cage after screaming the M-word at him over and over again. But how fucking dare Dricus? What is going on in this world? What a fucking clown world we're in. Jesus Christ. Hang on
for
a second.
you to
Let play
say that a perpetual, "Oh, he's the real African king." I know you're just joking, but it's not. This is how the division continues to be perpetuated.
This is how the division... Yes. DDP's comment is how the division was started here, guys. You guys thought you were going to win. You made these stakes. Now you're acting like the stakes weren't there, guys. You put a lot on this. But then when DDP beat Adesanya's ass, all of a sudden DDP he took it to a whole other level here, DDP. How fucking dare he? He's got a responsibility on the microphone, that DDP guy. What? Who's more likely to be pulled over in America? How does this affect the skin color? How can we not make this about race? I think he literally said that and I skimmed over it. I think he literally said in this, it's hard not to make this about race, guys. No, it's not. DDP never did. So don't. You fucking clowns.
Dricus Du Plessis is the 4th African champion right now.
Oh!
Well, just because you went over to South Africa and you're raised there, that doesn't make you African.
Hold on a second now, Usman. Hold up. I'm sensing a bit of hypocrisy here. I'm sensing a little bit of a double standard here, guys.
Dricus Du Plessis is the 4th African champion right now. So there's 4 horsemen. 4 horsemen.
Yeah.
Oh, so now he's African. Now he beat Adesanya's ass and submitted him and made him tap in front of millions in that cage and won, humiliating Adesanya in the process, taking all his best shots and breaking him in the 4th round. Now, guys, he's the 4th African champ, you guys. But the same Usman was denying that Dricus was African in the first place because he's white. It's giving fragility. It is. It's giving salty loser. It really is. It's really pathetic behavior here. So now he's African because he won. What if he lost, Usman? With the narrative that you and Adesanya are painting, what if he lost? Would you be saying this was a win for Africa and he's actually an African champ and all's good? Let's shake hands and have a great moment in the cage, and Dricus gives Adesanya his jersey backstage and makes sure to apologize to his parents? No. No, there wouldn't have been. We only got that moment because DDP beat his ass. And DDP's a better man than him. If Adesanya would have won, you two would have been saying, see, you got to be careful what you say. You know what I mean? We tried to tell you. We tried to tell you the real African was. That would have been the build-up. I'm going to show you where you're from. As I said, I showed him where he was really from. Hey, I don't need a 23andMe. There would have been all of this. Wakanda forever, brother, and all this type of shit that he would have been doing. It's insane.
So we've moved on from the three kings to where now it's four horsemen. So
and all it took was DDP beating Adesanya's ass for him to be African. It's crazy. Crazy.
Continue to perpetuate this whole African king or this or that. That's ridiculous. And that's why hopefully we can get Dricus on the show so he can continue, he can talk more about that and clarify that, because I feel like
he don't need to clarify shit, bitch. Nothing. He made simple remarks, bitch. He don't need to clarify shit to you. Shut your mouth. Now, Cejudo, you're in the hot seat. You got to clarify this. Drag Cejudo into the hot seat. Cejudo's now in a fucking deer in the headlights. Why do I fucking have to answer a question about being pulled over? What is going on? I mentioned the narrative that you built, Usman. And now Cejudo's in the hot seat. Shit. And now DDP's got to come on and explain himself. No, he fucking don't, bitch.
people
Shut
are
up.
twisting his word to where everyone is carrying on about that and clarify that, because I feel like people are twisting his word to where everyone is carrying on that, hey, Dricus is an African champion. He's the African champion because everybody wants to be funny because he's white.
Oh, people are twisting Dricus' words. Who does that? What kind of piece of shit would do that? You got nothing to say about Adesanya's actions in the build-up, Usman. What kind of piece of shit would twist Dricus' words, huh? Huh? Hey, buddy? What kind of... Oh, we don't want... people are twisting his words here. Oh, really, are they, Usman? Are they twisting Dricus' words? That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Anyway, let's let Usman keep going.
And that's completely wrong.
And Cejudo's laughing. Cejudo's laughing. Cejudo knows. Cejudo ain't dumb. He knows how this is. He knows what it was. Cejudo's laughing at him. Oh, they're twisting his words.
He's an African, 100%. Is he?
I'm so glad we got that.
And that's completely wrong. He's an African, 100%. Is he?
And so just because you went over to South Africa and you're raised there, that doesn't make you African. So
hold on. Let me just make sure.
And that's completely wrong. He's an African, 100%. Is he a champion? 100%.
But that.
Cool. He had to beat Adesanya's ass. Finish him. Now you accept him, huh? Cool. It's giving fragility.
But that's exactly my point, Kamaru. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly my point. If the whole, the whole skit was about who is the king of Africa. I mean, it's what it is, man. Like I don't want you to think that I'm also freaking. First of all, it's a storyline. Like, it's cool. There's a guy that was born and raised. There's a guy that was born there that is black that was raised somewhere else. So I can also see where a lot of this was kind of taken out of context, or these guys decided to kind of fight or whatever. But at the same time,
I don't. But he's pandering to Usman.
Time too, Kamaru. It's not like I look fucking French, dude. Like, you don't think. Do
you think they would treat you different? Exactly. If you were in France, do you think they would treat you different?
I was just in France. France is just like America, bro. It's a melting pot. It's flooded with different cultures and colors. Where
Usman's grinning like he knows France. You don't know Europe right now, bro. Okay, let me just say that. If you want to talk about different treatment, I don't want to get into it. You know what I'm saying? You don't know Europe right now, bro. You want to talk about different treatment from the government? You shut your mouth on that, Usman, yeah, because you ain't from Europe, okay? You don't talk and act like you know about how things are growing up in France. You shut your mouth on that, all right? Let's not get into that. Because you know what? Let's not get into that because I'm not trying to get put in jail. That's all I'll say about the situation in Europe right now.
You can be an Arab French, and you probably don't even speak fucking Arabic. You know what I'm saying? It's like a lot of Mexicans that are from Mexican descent that are in the United States that don't speak a lick of English, but oh, I'm Mexican. I'm like, okay, so tell me where you were born, and then tell me where you were raised. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
this is all pointless bullshit. I don't know why they're.
I mean,
this
is a whole nother subject.
It is.
Exactly. Why did you bring it up, Usman? Why are you doing this? Why, you fragile bitch? Why? Your whole worldview has been shattered by DDP's win.
It is, and it seems like
you're right. I would love for a guy like Dricus to be on it, not for my sake, but maybe for your damn sake. Because to me, it's just all fun and games, dude. It's like it's these guys.
You're right. I understand that.
These guys were able to shake hands, a black and a white man and through race and a black man, and they were able to say, "Hey, man, we did this." Like at the end of the day, you know who won? Africa won, and
shout out to Dricus for that. Shout out to Dricus for that, man. Really, really big shouts. He could have gone. He's a better man than me. He's a better man than many because he had every right. But no, he's a great guy, dude. Stoic Chad Dricus, dude. He's too good. He's a good man right there, that Dricus Du Plessis guy.
And, you know, like I said, man, I wasn't trying to hit any heartstrings over here.
No, you did because you did. And the reason
you did because the narrative that me and Adesanya built the whole time shattered in front of our fucking faces. So you did really, really affect us there, Henry.
You did, Henry. It's just because that's the world that we live in. Yeah, but that.
No, it doesn't have to be the world we live in. It's the world you're fucking making it, bruv. That's the world we live in, unfortunately. Yeah, where you and Adesanya make it that way, bruh. You know what I'm saying? That's just the world we live in, where Usman and Adesanya make it all about race and then have it backfire. Fragility.
But narratives are wrong. It's a wrong.
Oh, is it? You did it! Oh, really, dude? Oh, it's a wrong narrative. You fucking made the narrative.
And that's what we're trying to correct.
That's what you and Adesanya... Yeah, boy. Yeah, that's what Usman's trying to correct here, guys. We're trying to correct this. They were trying to correct things, you guys. They really what?
The fuck is this cracker? The fuck is this cracker? Tell me the fuck is this cracker?
If I do a 26andMe, they'll say I'm from Nigeria. Do a 26andMe DNA test. It'll tell you where you're from. I will show you where you're from.
Oh, dear. It backfired, huh? Oh, dear. Oh, silly people, huh? You silly man.
And so
huh?
just because you went over to South Africa and you're raised there, that doesn't make you African. So, and so
there's too much hate. There's too much hate. There's too much hate out there, and that's what we're trying not to perpetuate. So.
Yeah, there really is way too much hate out there.
The fuck is this cracker to tell me who the fuck? The fuck is this cracker? The fuck is this cracker? The fuck is this cracker to tell me who the fuck?
Oh man! Holy moly!
Africa won. 100%. I agree 100%. This is
Africa won. Oh, Africa won.
I'm an American. I'm an American. They call me a sellout. Like, oh no, you're Mexican. I'm like, well, I wasn't born there. I wasn't raised there. That's my heritage. But how can I say I'm something that I'm not? It's out of respect for the people of Mexico. Dude, I go down to Mexico. Fucking my family calls me a gringo. It's like, oh yeah, that's that gringo. That's that. That's Nelly's son. Yeah, his Spanish is all right. Like it's not 100%. He's a poser.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I get it. And culturally, we'll dive more into this. Hopefully, we get Dricus on the show to where
We don't need to. You go away, little bro. Your knees are cooked. You're done. We don't need to. Culturally, we can dive more into this. No, we don't need to. Go away, bruh. Got your ass beat. Shoo. Go away, bruh. Shoo. No one needs to hear from you no more, bitch, about this whole topic. Hopefully, we can have Dricus on and culturally dive into this. No, we don't need to talk about who's more likely to get pulled over in America, bruh. Shut your mouth,
truly
man.
want to talk about this because I think it's something that is extremely important. I mean, the whole pandemic and riots and situations of that is based on this exact subject, where we saw that in the whole world and how the world was feeling. So, you know, I would like to just
Yeah. Here's the problem. You don't have a brain. This is the problem we're facing here. Your brain ain't on like others. It's simple as that. There ain't shit going on behind those eyes. We don't need to talk about this. Shut your mouth. Shoo, bitch. We don't, you know what I mean? DDP, I'm not giving you orders, bruv. Don't go on this guy's fucking show. Give a cultural fucking deep dive into America and how people get pulled over. And we need to talk about this because it's the riots and the pandemic. And how the fuck did the pandemic get brought into this? You know what I mean? This guy is fucking cooked between his eyes. There's nothing going on in this guy's brain. Yapping
talk
shit.
more about it with him. But going back onto the fight, I think.
And now and now let's talk about the matchup here, guys. After all that, now let's talk about the matchup here between Adesanya and Du Plessis, guys, and what actually happened in the fight. Now I'm going to skip forward here to another bit, which is at 15:23. And they only talk about the fight for about a minute, by the way. For about a minute. And then Usman gets straight to this, which I just want to play at the end. And then I'm going to play a little clip for you guys after. Let's just play this one more time here. Just to really, really set home the message.
And I'm just like, Africa wins, period. So Dricus is a great African champion. I mean, carrying that forward and basically just bringing that continent, just continue to carry that flag for our continent. So it's
so amazing that Africa wins, dude. So amazing that Dricus just keeps carrying the flag for our continent, man. This is our win. This is our amazing win that we got,
just
guys.
Because you went over to South Africa and you're raised there, that doesn't make you African.
Shut up, bitch. Dricus is the fucking king of Africa, bitch. Fuck you. Get lost, pussy. You know what I mean? We ain't trying to hear from your shit no more, bruh. Go get cooked by fucking Ian Gary. Well, why'd I say Ian Gary? Not Ian Gary. Fuck off. Go fight Joaquin Buckley. Get your ass beat or some shit, dude. Fuck you. See you later, bitch.